Hey Randy, my name's Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thank you so much for sending in your essay for correction. Really good to hear from you, and it sounds like you listen to the podcasts, which is fantastic. So I hope that is useful for you in your preparation. Let me just, some of this type, your font hasn't come out very well on my computer. So I've tried to change it, but it doesn't want to change. So um, sometimes you've got words cut off in the middle, but never mind. Let's see what we can do here. So the chart below gives information about countries with the largest number of McDonald's outlets. Okay, so academic task 1, pie chart. We don't know the year, so we're going to be using the present tense, and we're going to be thinking about grouping. So obviously here you could group the 3 smallest countries. You've got very obviously the USA is your largest portion, and you've got these two which you could group as well. So there's various things that we could comment on. The pie chart compares the largest number of McDonald's outlets in 6 different countries. Okay, immediately here, Andy, let's not use the same words as in here. You need to paraphrase. Okay, so compares, you could have something like, which countries around the world have the most McDonald's restaurants? So paraphrasing is really, really important immediately in this task 1. Overall, the number of outlets. So again, let's not repeat that word outlets. You could put concessions, it's quite a popular word. Restaurants, fast food places, anything like that are all alternatives which we would like to see here. In the USA are far more than in other countries. Furthermore, UK. Now, I wouldn't use furthermore because that is the kind of which you'd use in task 2, not task 1. So just literally UK, France, Germany show a similar amount in the largest number of. Okay, so I disagree with you actually. I think Germany definitely less. Oh, sorry, these 3. My fault. Sorry. Okay. So a similar amount of McDonald's. Like let's which is dramatically less than the amount seen in USA. So immediately start making a comparison. So less than, so I've got my comparative structure here. A similar amount is nice, but more than that's good. Well done. So here I would actually put, rather than furthermore, I'd put in contrast, because it is in dramatic contrast, isn't it? So these are all kind of useful expressions which you could be using in these task 1s. Okay. So the percentage of the largest number. Now, I would just go the percentage of, yeah, or the figure for, yeah. So the percentage of McDonald's outlets in the USA totals over, okay, rather than are over, I go totals over 50%. Yes, absolutely. Over 50%. You don't need that. 50% of no, okay, totals over 50%. At. I would just use at. So take away that and then put your number like that. Okay, units or cafes or whatever. By contrast, the UK shows a significantly lower amount with a mere. Okay, that's really nice. So that's similar to what we've done here, but that's good. Okay, this in addition, Germany, France. So in addition, restaurants. So change the subject here. Restaurants situated in Germany and France have a similar amount to that of the UK. But I wouldn't put that in here actually, because you've already said that in your overall paragraph here, so we don't want to repeat that. Okay, with 1 and 1, 2. Okay, and you could say here the total for these 3 nations is, and then let's link that back to something else. So you've grouped those 3 together, so you can say is similar to the number seen in Japan. So this is what we're doing with grouping, similar, or is comparable to the number of outlets are seen in Japan. Okay, so that just gives you so comparable to the number. That's another structure you could use, and I've grouped them and I've linked the information. So select and compare. So we're selecting, you've selected those, and we're comparing it to Japan. On the other hand, that's for task 2, not for task 1. Put however, or while, or maybe however you could put, would be okay. The amount of largest number in Japan, yes, okay, 3 times as many as the UK. So I've put that there, so that's all right. But so I wouldn't repeat that. Sorry, I've put that there instead. So which is about 3,000. Okay, so let's not put. So we've put that in there. So that's moved up there. So let's not actually have that. So just come into Japan. In Japan, or maybe Japan and China. Show approximately the. Oh, sorry, this typing is not going well. Approximately the same figures at around 3,000. And while, so here you're going to make a lovely comparison again, while these account for let's add these up. So we've got 5, almost 6. So these account for almost double, almost 3 times more than the number for the smaller countries. The percentage is still x times smaller, x times lower than the figure for the USA. Yeah, so something like that. So this is fine, but I think this is what we want to be doing more of, these comparatives. So please don't worry about the maths, because I'm not just doing that in my head now. But so I've grouped these 2 together, and I've said that these 2 are still much more than this, but these 2 are way smaller than that. Okay, so you could do that. You can do 3 times smaller than whatever it is the numbers seen for the USA. So it's the comparative structures that we're looking for. So you've got lots of good stuff going on in there, and a nice answer. You've understood what you have to do, so keep going on that, the way to do that. So just don't use these connecting words, because they are definitely for task 2. Connecting words you want to be using are while, whereas, in contrast, and then using lots of these comparative superlative structures, as many as you possibly can get in there. Okay, that's a good effort there. Well done. Really good. So international marketing is sometimes seen as invasive and an intrusion into the country in question. Others argue it's necessary, an economical form of education. There's a lot going on in this difficult question. I discuss both sides and give your opinion. So you've got one side here and one, however, going in a different direction. People have different views about whether international marketing would be an invasion into other countries or it's essentially an economical way of education. Okay, so same issue here, Randy, as in the part one. You need to practice paraphrasing. So this is something that we cover on the online course, where we guide our students step by step through these very difficult essays, how to structure a perfect IELTS essay. You might have heard us talking about the sentence guide. So this is what you get on the course with essay corrections and videos just showing you exactly what to do. So in your task one here, at the beginning, the task two, you need to paraphrase this. So people, I'm thinking, okay, who? So many business experts have different views, okay, about whether international marketing. Now here, we are talking about advertising. So very important here, it's important to understand this is advertising, not trade. So here I'll put advertising. Nope. International advertising. Could be seen or could considered unwelcome because. So tell me why. Yeah, because it can be inappropriate, something like that, or and you can have here. This is nice. It's an essential and economical way, but this is too much like the question. Yeah, or you could say, or whether it's an important part of helping nations to understand each other better, of helping citizens to be aware of other places and other ways of living. Just put this in your own words, okay? But it's also important to give me a little bit because. Yeah? Don't just state this without giving me anything. Always we say to our students, give me more. So no, I want your opinion now. I'm not going to wait till the end, so don't make me wait. Give me your opinion now. Your opinion comes here. Opinion, and then I believe, and then this essay will discuss both points of view using examples from, and you're going to show me where your examples come from. So some people believed, so we've gone into the past tense here. But tell me who they are. So international, so start, you don't need that because you've kind of done that bit in your intro. So here, international marketing. So tell me what it is and when it happens. Yeah, takes place in many countries. Okay, in the form of billboards, TV, or social media campaigns, and is usually designed to sell more product as well as introduce new ideas or something like that. So you're kind of explaining what it is, and then you've got to say, why is it a good thing? So this is a really nice start to tell me what it is, telling the examiner, yes, I understand it, I know what we're doing here. But I want to know why it's an intrusion. Yeah? So it is, and then you could come, it is true that many international companies have more advantages compared to the local counterpart who may not be able to compete on either price or the standards seen in foreign products, foreign goods, or something like that. For example, products, and then tell me what. So, example, tell me what kind of things. made in China are significantly cheaper, yeah, although the quality may not be so good, yeah. As a result, local businesses might show a decrease in their market share. Very good. That's absolutely right. That's exactly the right point. Well done. Good. You've understood that really nicely. And so let's talk about the negative impact. And this has a negative impact on local the local economy. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so just get that paragraph, take it to its natural conclusion. However, now I don't want your voice in here till the conclusion. Okay, so however, other commentators, other journalists, other businessmen, see who they might be, argue that international marketing, so that's going to use this word advertising, is both fundamental and economical. I don't think it's educating business, I think it's educating people, so be careful about this here. Recently, society has been changing and becoming a more global community, and it's necessary for countries to join in the international trading system. Now, be careful here, because this is where this essay is talking about advertising. Don't worry, many students misunderstand this. We're not talking about global trade. We're talking about learning from a product. So through an international campaign, I could learn about Japan. I could look at a product for Japanese food, and I could think, wow, that's really interesting. Maybe I'll go to Japan, or maybe even I might learn Japanese one day. Think about Netflix or TV companies selling TV programs in English so we can all learn English or French or whatever. This is what we want to be talking about here. So this paragraph just needs structuring. Just go one argument. Don't start going on the one hand, on the other hand within the paragraph. So you've told me here the bad things. Yeah, this is a negative. Now you want to tell me the good things, but all in one paragraph, not on the one hand, on the other hand. Yeah. So the country's culture, I like that. Absolutely. Yeah. So build on that. That's lovely. Build on that as your argument. Just give me the positive side here. Then the coherence you see in this essay is really important, and I feel that's what's lacking a little bit. It's making it harder for me to understand what your organisation is, what your plan is here. In conclusion, don't just say both sides have their merits. You've got to make a decision. So I strongly believe that. Give me a yes or a no. Even if it's not true, doesn't matter. I strongly believe that international marketing in the form of, so go back to what the points you've made, it's not only essential, but yeah, you see, this is a little bit too much like the question. Yeah? But could bring exciting and interesting benefits, such as the desire to understand another culture. Yeah, another culture, its language, and its traditions. Something like that. You can do this in another way. Okay? So you've done really well, Randy. There's lots of great stuff in your essay, but I also think that there's a lot that we could work on together. Please have a look at the course. That is the 12 sentence guide, the full writing course, and that includes 8 corrections, and delighted to give you a bonus 2 corrections and a discount, so you could have 10 essay corrections put together, and that would really get your essay into great shape before your exam. Well done.